Hello people and welcome to watch yet another Carcassonne Champions League league stage match. This is gonna be between Borberichi of Catalonia, that's Jordi Babot, I believe, and then against Pavel Hudec of Czechia. And I immediately noticed that I have way off with the I am way off with the graphics. So let's fix that first and foremost before we get to absolutely anything. At 0, of course, and we get some Catalonia flags over here, and then for posij, we're gonna get his Czechian stuff, sees. Okay, now that looks more right. And tournament situation currently is going to be, not going to be, but it is, I believe, not that great for Jordi. So at 2 wins and 2 matches, 0 wins, 2 losses, and actually he has skipped a match, I believe. So was meant to play yesterday, but also what's going on with my drawing tools? I have no clue whatsoever. Let's do this, like this. Nope, didn't help. Okay, let me try and fix this real quick. Let's end that and let's restart our programs. Hello Vika, nice to see you here. Maybe now, much better. Thank you very much, softwares. So 2 matches for Borberichi with 0 wins, 2 losses. One against Wahei of Japan, one against Hector Arce of Chile, and supposedly was supposed to have a match against Fox 1347 of RCP, but hasn't seemingly still made that happen. So I guess we'll see what's gonna go around there. I guess they'll be just playing like this week, or trying to set up this week, and then finally against Yorios Kyriasidis of Greece. And then for posij, 3 matches, 2 wins, 1 loss. His only loss against Alexei Pekushev. Certainly going to be the heavy favorite today. posij with the peak rating of over 800, and Borberichi with around 550 peak. So yeah, like I said, Pavel should be a heavy favorite here. So far, Jordi though is in the lead with the 7-4, both players with some cities. posij more so with a bit of a more lucrative one, and does decide to go for another one. Doesn't really care about the city, like directing it to the right, as it wouldn't really prevent the city from getting attacked. And most likely just we are going to be seeing a nice calm move here from posij, going for the indirect finish of the city, and closing off the city from the right side, waiting now for the one of the 4 remaining road Doritos, from which Borberichi grabbed the 5th one, but has left the rather nice 4-point road up for grabs. Which do we take now, or do we just go here as Pavel and end the road pretty much kind of prematurely and start another city? And it is indeed what posij does. Leaves a 6-point monastery though, which really does not seemingly bother Red. Takes a 6-point monastery in another spot. However, he is going to leave a potential actually for both of these monasteries to get obliterated down to 0 daggers. Yeah, that is way too optimistic from Jordi of thinking that these monasteries are not in danger of any kind, just going for full-on stacking, whereas he could have done the stacking over here as well, like here with the road monastery, here with the regular one, and have really no, well, as a matter of fact, he would have had issues, but not immediate issues, not immediate chances of. Yeah, unfortunately for posij, he does not get a blocking tile, but has to make do with a cow, and it seems to be a bit difficult at the moment. But what's he going to do exactly? I mean, he could go here, I guess. Maybe because maybe he would want to make sure that if Jordi gets a city plus road, a city plus field tile, then he would have to use it over here instead to save the city and not over on the left hand side. But he goes for different routes and makes another blocking platform, and well, doesn't really, I guess, increase his blocking probabilities. Or it does actually. It does. It does. It does indeed increase the blocking probabilities, but am I muted? Surely not. I don't think I'm muted now. But would have increased the blocking probabilities in a sense that had Borberichi saved the monasteries over here, then there would have been another square to block everything. So Pavel goes for a early farmer, trying to prevent his opponent from finishing the city and dropping a farmer of their own. Also now allowing a possibility for them to get restricted to yet another dagger and to yet another full block, which would certainly suit for Pavel very well. And he might even go. Actually, where does he go with this monastery? I mean, he might go here, right? I mean, it's not particularly dangerous, right? And he's gonna have, still 3 road directors to go over here, liberate 2 meeples. He's gonna have, well, also 1 divider, I guess. Well, he does do the same spot, but does it without a meeple. Doesn't want to risk one of his 2 meeples getting blocked into a feature. Wants to have a bit of a more free doing, let's say. And with his city being threatened to get restricted into nothing, then he might very well be correct in not placing a meeple here. But I think I would still do it just because of the great chance of getting the meeples back from the city and the road. And his city does indeed get restricted down to a dagger, just in the nick of time as Pavel was about to finish the city and also grab a nice, soon to become a 6-point road. However, now I presume it's going to be used maybe over here to try and create another full block on, well, this time onto a city. I wouldn't really see anything wrong with that. And he goes exactly for that plan, to which Jordi cannot do anything about. Still muted. How am I still muted? Are you trolling me? Hold up.
Goes exactly for that plan.
Absolutely trolling me. Absolutely trolling me. Or I don't know. Absolutely trolling. Okay. So the block is successful. Made with a triple city, even with a shield, and Jordi is starting cities of his own. Leaving an empty city cap, but I don't think Pavel will be shying away from taking these points, even though there's only one starting tile remaining. Just because, 4 points are 4 points are 4 points. And there's nothing much that Red can do about it. Now, given that the monasteries are blocked, they do provide now 16 points. And actually, well, this was a rather poor move, I want to say, because this adds another green square onto Blue's field. Like, I get that it's one extra point, and in some cases you get to also, I guess, go here with a horse or here with a road Dorito, and block this city for good, so you don't have to so you don't have to worry about the starting tile. But I don't think it's really worth it. I think it would be better for Red to like not allow any green squares at all for the field, and kinda enjoy a mini battle where he would be ahead. And not just kinda, but six scoring 6 for the field, scoring 1 for the blocked meeple, versus 16 for the monasteries and 9 and 3 for this. So a plus 12 mini battle basically for 1 extra meeple, which is enough to catch the difference on the scoreboard for Red. Pavel trying to make his meeple maturity, trying to put his meeple maturity into a good use, does however get kinda attacked from the right as well, but Jordi becomes let's say pulls off with the plan, and it is very justifiably so. Doesn't really want to get restricted onto this square with anything. Regular curve for posij. Can't really do all that much with it. I mean, I guess you could, if you want, you can just take a 6-point field, but I wouldn't really advise you to do that. Could have gone over here. I think that would have been an alright move. So creating an even further, creating even further green squares, and if the city is ever completed, then it would already be on Blue's field, right? And it would maybe in some cases be able to expand all the way over here, maybe with like a road monastery here to finish off this road and get to the other side with 3 more cities, which would certainly be quite juicy. Not, however, in the cards of posij. Goes for a different plan. So he's gonna try to catch one other city plus road tile over here and try to get his hands on a starting tile. So preferably, I guess. Well, what's the remaining actually? Well, there are all 3 daggers actually to the right. So he could go here with a dagger, then here with a starting tile. That would be good. And this tile is actually going to help in that plan a lot, because the tiles that that posij was going over here with anyway already do have a road pointing downwards. Like they are going to be either road Doritos, they're going to be daggers, or they're going to be a city crossroads or a city crossroad, because there's only one of those remaining. A timely restriction by posij to a city plus road tile, as Jordi was about to get away with the tube divider, getting 4 points, starting a new city. There's actually a threat, well, I'm not sure about a large threat, but a threat nonetheless, of one or the other of these players going over here with one of the many city plus road city caps and trying to overrun the medium shared city with the 2 remaining field Doritos, I believe. There's 1, there's 2, and there is 3. And of course there is, actually never mind, there are 0 cows remaining, so only the 2 field Doritos. What are you doing now then? Are you gonna go maybe start a new city over here? But is starting a new city with your final meeple really the thing that you want to do? Well, this one, I would certainly have to say that this is not the thing that you want to do. This doesn't help Red's position in any way. It places a city cap in such a way that Red can't really take it. Because from Red's perspective, he already needs a city cap with a road, also from the same side, to go over here at the bottom, whereas this city cap would need exactly the same tile. And so this city cap was like realistically only available for blue as long as the city remains at the bottom, which might not be the case for all too long, as Red does get away from the restriction, but is about to get restricted even further, or is about to get restricted again into something else. Or maybe posij is just going to simply attack the city, who knows. So +7 for posij at the moment. There is shared city, +13, +14, +15, and then the monasteries. So -1, -2, -3. So -3 actually still for blue, with 1 extra meeple. And he decides to use that meeple for the attack, which actually seems like quite decent, especially if posij can get a city plus a city plus road city cap over here like ASAP, and would be able to get would be able to cover up the city from one side. Doesn't happen just quite yet, and can he actually get restricted into oblivion over here? Not quite. There is still the starting tile, and there is still the daggers. All daggers, may I add, to this square. So I guess for Borberichi, I think I would be tempted to just go maybe over here, but I understand that it is a quick point tile, but the quick points might not be what are gonna be the saving grace for him, even though, well, let's say, so +3, +7, +9, and then now with the connection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think posij is at +1, but with a meeple less. And with this tile right here, it's a very troublesome tile for Red, because he can't really do anything about the city. Or are there road Doritos. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, he can do a lot to this city. Like he can just go here, and he can block the city entirely. There are no road Doritos, and there are no horses. Yeah, great counting by red. This is a full block. It is not possible to be saved. And now red is enjoying a position where he is down by 1 point, but has an extra meeple, which certainly is more than 1 point. Now, however, despite posij not able to use despite posij not being able to use tiles over here to maybe grab 3 points or threaten the completion of the city, then he can still go over here with the set starting tile and the dagger. So this square is still something that needs to be taken care of by red, and he could do so if he lands on any sort of curvy tile. So he would have to find this move, because there are no more there are no more city crossroads remaining, and only starting tile goes here, so it would be a full block. We'll see meeples the 9-point field, going up to +10, which can certainly be scored with the 2 meeples that red has. For example, taking now just a 7-point ruin on the left, that already 7 points, and then there's a 6-point field over here, so maybe like 1 or 2 cities he can make there before even claiming that. And I believe there are a lot of city caps still remaining, like 2 daggers and the starting tile. At least those are still remaining, and maybe even some others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, still 4 city caps, so 2 daggers, starting tiles, and some city cap, maybe like a vanilla or something. But an attack on the 9-point field, I mean, I get where he's coming from, but I don't agree with it. Like 9-point field, sure, it seems like a good investment, but like you don't need to attack it. Plus, how many connection tiles do you even have? There are no. Well, actually, there are no road monasteries. There is 1 regular monastery. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 1 curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think the vanilla. So like 3 tiles. Which means that it isn't really fully blockable, except for with the curve itself. But again, like, this attack isn't necessary. Like, you can just claim a ruin for 7 points without any risk, and you could use that connection tile to somewhere else, like just, I don't know, grabbing 1 extra point. You would be having 8 points without running any risk at all. Like, not any risk at all. And you could be having a good life. But this seems like a losing move. Seems like a losing move in many cases. Also, posij only has 1 minute and 34 seconds on his clock, whereas Jordi has a full 5 minutes and then some. And now, actually, like, red can just place a city cap over, for example, over here, and just create a 9-point field. Like, he can get another city cap, score over here, and then lay over to a 9-point field. Like, it's just that simple. You don't need to do anything fancy. You just need to make scoring opportunities for yourself. Even with the block of this meatball right here for red, he can still... Oh, good lord. No! You did not just restrict yourself. That is just inexplicable, really. There was only one blocking tile, and you just restricted yourself to that same blocking tile anyway. That move is so bad that I cannot even comprehend. I can't even start to define how bad it is, but somehow, some way, it does not end up costing red the game, because he draws that very tile immediately. However, posij is now threatening to actually finish the city, and whilst the 9 points have been scored, and the city gets finished for 2, 4, for 8 further points, and now red is losing. Red is losing. Oh, look at the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. Oh, do you realize how... Oh. I believe all that was needed was for red to not place a meeple onto this monastery and just wait and see if blue gets the starting tile or not. Because if he does, the entire 11-point road is just available for grabs. It's just available there for red. With what he could have scored 5 more points and won the game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. And posij, really out of the depths out of the jaws of defeat, manages to somehow, some way, with the help of his opponent, with a grand suggestion, with a grand donation of a win by red, posij manages to win out of a completely losing situation. Out of again, actually, from a 100% win for Borberichi. Hello, Kirillo. Yes, what a day indeed. Now, if you missed the previous stream of today, then we saw exactly again how Elias Mochan also lost a game from a 100% winning situation, and it is exactly what happens here as well. So we are seeing just throws after throws, and yeah, I mean, it's not at all given that the Catalonia is gonna get another. It's not given that Catalonian is gonna get another as great of a chance as he had just now. Posij, actually still is a huge favorite, and with all the errors that red made in the first game, I would certainly say that blue played it better, but somehow wasn't really able to get enough points, and had to rely on basically on his opponent's mistakes, and that is exactly what happened. Yes, the famous quotes of lifetime. So 100% chance of winning unless you make a mistake. That is true. That is true. But every time I see those 100% situations, I just can't help myself from thinking of like a chess bar of having the advantage on like fully on white or on black, and then you make a move, and then it just like goes down to entirely to a different color, like all the way down to 0, and you lose. Which I would love to have actually on like in Carcassonne as well, but unfortunately with not having the perfect information, it is not quite as doable to do. Hello, Temrak. I see you have came here to witness the great foundations of how to lose from a totally winnable position, and seems like also to you witnessing Elias was not quite enough. But no worries, we have everything you want right here, right now. Just wait and see, we probably have some more to come. 12-4 in favor of red, with a very, very juicy monastery spot, especially for a road monastery that is. And red has gone for 2 early farmers. And also, well, this is actually a very nice move by red, so kind of doing a semi-Ukrainian stuff, but not for the 2 monasteries, but to a monastery and a road, basically forcing posij to place a city tile onto red's structure. And I want to say that actually a very likely outcome here, unless red does something about it, is just blue going over here with like a cow maybe, or maybe with a field Dorito, and attacks the city via a road Dorito, and then goes over here and tries to finish up the monastery and finish up the road at some point. Posij gets restricted down to a road monastery, and the battle of who gets all the juiciest tiles has started with this coin flip, which I actually think is going to harm red more than it's going to help, because with red having a meeple already over on the northern field, it would be really pleasant for red to be able to make a 6-point loop over here and unify these farmers and to make a strong stance on the field. But with the restriction to the monastery, that plan is now out the window almost entirely. It's now going to require a curve and the second road monastery over here. So the chances for the completion of that plan are just, well, abysmal, I guess, compared to what they were before. Today it's a masterclass for sure. You could say that. You could say that. Dagger restriction coming from red, and also gets basically the best tile, well, maybe the second best tile for him in the deck. The divider finishes up the 4-point city, and indirectly continues his existing one, and now has very nicely been able to restrict the monastery and the road to the dagger, and to basically force posij to finish the city of his opponent if he ever wants to see these meeples back. Unfortunately, here we see, I believe, another mistake here, or at least a heavy inaccuracy by red of grabbing a new city, whereas he didn't need to sacrifice anything. He didn't need to take any risk. Well, even though this is a very, very small risk, but still, like 3 points over here, lay a city cap onto what assumably is going to be your field, or at least a shared field. Like, using quick point tiles as quick point tiles is just like, it's just so simple. You make one move, you take points, you take meeple back, and that's it. Whereas now, with two very low-scoring features right next to each other, Borberichi has opened up possibilities for his features to get stuck onto very low scorers as basically until the entirety of the game, if the worst is to come. And in the meanwhile, Pavel going for their rather efficient route here, so kind of saving the square, but mostly just trying to salvage his road and to make it as easy as possible for him to complete that. And now posij has great spots to place a regular monastery and a road monastery as well. I mean, of course, that kind of goes to both players, but nonetheless. And he does also sort of salvage this 3-point farmer of being able to enjoy the 9 points with the red one when any of the monasteries is drawn, as either one would actually increase the size of the field from now 6 to 9 points. So a lot of volatility with the monasteries in this position, and yeah, this is nice by posij, but it does it does actually even further kind of restrict a posij down to having to place the dagger over here and having to be the one to finish a lucrative feature of his opponent. And it's going to be actually net negative when he goes here, but he will go there because 3 of his meeples are dependent on that square. I don't think he really has options here. Well, especially not now when he has let's say reserved even a third meeple for the exact same tile. Now it's no longer an option. In his search of doing so, he has found a straight road with the purpose of restricting the city of Borberichi into a dagger, which there is one remaining in the deck. And I kind of did tell you that there is a very good possibility of Borberichi getting his meeple stuck to low scoring features. And posij has kind of given up his hope, I guess, on finishing this city, as well, kind of justifiably so. I mean, there's only one horse in the deck, and if he were to go here, it would become more difficult to then fill the monastery square. So rather take his chances with the feature that is more likely to get saved, more likely to be salvaged at some point of the game, even though it's going to take time, but still, than try and be, I don't know, bold with a feature that is unlikely to get featured to get finished at any point. Still decides to go and sacrifice, I guess, a starting tile for the feature. Still trying to have a chance to get a horse and to take the 3 points and to expand the field to expand the city or the ruin by another 4 points. And it did, it did also actually make a full blocking platform on this road, because this was the final starting tile remaining, so it was a multi-purpose move. Red finally is going to be able to get his very first field meeple, I guess, to the main field. I mean, looks like the main field, right? Especially with the dagger being an option. And I'm not sure actually, like whether it is in either player's interest to place a dagger here. Well, especially now, it will never be in Red's interest to place a dagger here, even though it is more points. It is more points at least momentarily for Red, but he would be risking of tying these 9 points to the 6 points with the second meeple coming down from posij. So Red will only be going here if he successfully manages to kill off the meeple of blue, which I don't know. We go here, right? We go here, and we remain, and we maintain the chances of getting a curve here instead of just the road monastery, right? Because if Red then wants to block, he's going to have to use that dagger on this very square. Or he's going to do that. Ooh. I mean, I do like this. It does pose a significant threat. It does again pose the threat of getting restricted now not only 1 but 2 meeples down to the starting tile. And there are now no daggers with the left-hand side remaining, so that's working out well for posij. And there are also no city crossroads. Actually, there are no city caps of any kind to go into this square. Is there anything but like the triple city? There's 1, 2, 3. There are 2 road Doritos, but yeah, funny enough, there are no city caps to go here. Road Monastery is indeed then what posij finds, and he's gonna claim the 3 points. That seems moderate. As opposed to going over here, as opposed to actually people in the monastery and trying to claim the full 9. Was it really that dangerous? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was still 1 crossroad. I don't think it was even fully blockable. And looks to me that there were multiple curvy tiles still remaining. Well, the full block is gonna come. Ooh, this is actually a very, very nice idea here by Red. So not only is he blocking this city for good, but he is also preparing the horse spot over here, which will never be used by blue, because blue will of course always be using it over here to grab like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 points for the horse. Yeah, actually this is a rather wonderful find here by Red. Unfortunately, what is not such a wonderful find is this here, and seemingly Red is not counting starting tiles correctly, because again there are no starting tiles remaining. They are all on the board. So this is just a full waste of a tile. A full waste of a tile and a full waste of a turn. And begs the question, who is in the lead actually here? I think blue actually. +5 equal fields, +4 +12 +15 equal field over here, +12 10 +6, yeah, +6 for blue, and has a huge coin flip for a horse, which significantly favors blue in this scenario. And there it is. There is the tile, the game, the match. and everything in between. +6, +19, +15, plus like 12, still like +12 equal meeples, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, even with like an attack on this ruin here from red, which I'm not sure if it is even possible. It still it will be like just enough to score the point deficit that he is now on, but because posij still has 2 tiles remaining, it will like never be enough, because posij just like scores absolutely anything here and he's going to win. And this is that. This is that. Absolutely anything. It's 5 points extra on top of the ruin here, and posij is going to take this one down to 0. And I have to say that I mean, deservedly so after so many mistakes from red. Yeah, I think Jordi, despite being able to be here today playing, he has a lot, and I mean a lot of things to learn from this game. Well, he's checking if he can actually make the attack, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, he can. There seems to be still a triple city remaining, and there is still a cow, which Borberichi does indeed notice, and might even get with a 50-50 chance. Doesn't, and unfortunately that is going to be at the end of it, with simply just 2 discards coming as our final 2 tiles. First from Borberichi with the field Dorito, and then from posij with the cow, just for the sake of being able to do a 9-point unclaimable ruin. Both players go for that, and that will be about, what did I say, 17, I think a 14-point win for blue. And yeah, actually kind of surprised at that, because it was looking again quite good actually for red here, especially after blue like tripled down on the daggers. And I think actually red might have drawn them all. One here, and one here. Yeah, so Borberichi drew all the daggers, and so even tripling down and kind of quadrupling down on the dagger was sort of in vain, I guess, for posij, but still managed to get his points elsewhere with +14 win, and with now I believe is he at 4 wins or 3 wins? I think at 3 wins. Yeah, posij agrees that the setup for the horse over here was a nice play, and I still do agree with it. Lucky me, but not lucky enough. Cheers from Senglar, I believe. Apparently, watching his countrymen's. Well, can I say countrymen's? Watching his community members game, I believe, and that is unfortunate. I have not. I have again overseen the option to update the scores, but it is of course a 2-0 for Pavel Hudec, and this is going to be the end of possibilities, I believe, for the Catalonian to get into the playoffs, which which is sad for the Catalonian fans. But given that we had and still have, of course, such a huge variety of immensely skilled players, then not. I have to say it's not really a surprise. Like after all, then Borberichi was, I believe, maybe perhaps the lowest rated player out of all out of all the 60 players that are here. So going into 3-0, and then for posij 3-0 or 2-1. Where's posij? Where's the man? Why can I not find? Okay, here it is. So 4 matches, 3 wins, 1 loss. Again, the final. Yeah, the only loss was on the first round to Alexei Pekushev, and then afterwards 2-1 victory against Wahey, a 2-0 victory against Sergio Antolines, and 2-0 victory against Jordi Babot. And then on the final round, gonna be going against Lauri Leppänen of Finland, who has unfortunately suffered his second loss already, and is going to be having tough time trying to get to the playoffs. Could be even impossible, but I'm sure that he will be trying to do everything in his power to try and deny an easy playoff spot from Pavel. Speaking of Pavel, welcome to the chat. Congrats on the win, and congrats on having now 3 wins stacked. Looking quite good indeed. For future matches for tomorrow, the day's going to start off on the channel of Utse with quite a banger match between the reigning world champion Zhang Yujin versus the highest ever rated player in VGA in Carcassonne in base game, Alexei Pekushev. And then it's going to continue on from there with João Margarido versus Kirilo Manahov. Next up, for now, myself versus Matt Healy-Rainer, and Ervin Gall versus Santiago Iniguez. So a lot of juicy matches to come tomorrow. Not sure if I'll be streaming any of those, but I think maybe tops Joao versus Kirilo. If it does not do a double coverage, well, I guess I'll see how much I want to, I don't know, relax before my own match, but I could see myself streaming before that. I believe Viv has already surpassed Alexei, but not sure how much that counts when he was playing strategic. Yes, like I said, a base game. The highest ever rated player in base game. Now, if we were to count like strategic versions, like expansions and stuff, then of course there is Sebastian Truns with the screen name Lamkoile, who has already surpassed 900. Like, I don't know, like more than 2 years ago, at least more than 2 years ago, I believe. But because no one really considers him the first player having reached 900 out of the like competitive ones, because he has done it again with expansions, then with the same logic, I can't really like consider Viv either being that. Like he has definitely gotten close. I believe, like, I don't know, 870, maybe even 880, like with just the base game, and like actually, I don't know, like playing decent opponents. But hasn't gotten just like quite there to quite 895, which would be the new world record then. But y'all can, quibble about it all you want, and and what's the word? Um, interpret it. Interpret the statistics how you want and how they have been achieved. Everyone goes by their own scales, I guess. That's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in all the way until the end. And if you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing, by liking the stream, or by leaving a comment down in the comment section if you are watching this afterwards. I'll be seeing you perhaps tomorrow with some more Carcassonne Champions League league stage match. Yes, matches. Or not. Bye for now.